Bless you. We have the family of the late governor of Nyeri County, the family of Nderitu Gachagua, led by Mrs. Nderitu Gachagua, is here. And we thank you for finding time to condole with the Odinga family. Thank you. That will be it for the delegations laying wreaths. With your permission, allow me to acknowledge the presence and arrival of Kotu Secretary General, Brother Francis Atwoli. Sir, we were at a point where we were laying wreaths, and I will request protocol officers to straight away hand over the wreath. Kindly, protocol officers. We will wait for them. Ndugu Atwoli is the first of the delegation, as he ably explains to me. And in this delegation, we also do have the Speaker of the National Assembly, Right Honorable Moses Masika Wetangula. We also have in the very delegation the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. Here, there. Thank you. Protocol officers, stand by with the wreaths so that as soon as our guests arrive, welcome Prime Cabinet Secretary and Speaker of the National Assembly, accompanied by Cabinet Secretary for Cooperatives and MSMEs Development. And I will request that I will call out the wreaths. I will call out. Hang on for my signal. Thank you for paying your respects. May I now request protocol to hand the wreath to be presented by the Prime Cabinet Secretary. Kindly. Kindly. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I request the wreath to be presented by the Speaker of the National Assembly. Thank you, sir. May I request the wreath to be presented by the Cabinet Secretary for Cooperative Development, Wycliffe Wambetsa Oparanya. Thank you. If you have one, kindly for the Emeritus Attorney General, Amos Shitswila Wako. Thank you. If I may, I know we have 3 principal secretaries with us, if they could present together. Thank you. Cabinet Secretary for Environment as well. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Kindly, Madam CS. Asante. Thank you, Madam CS. If I could have one for the PSS together. Thank you. May we allow then our guests to be seated so that we may proceed with the program. As our guests are seated, you remember we had cleared the entire grave area. Can it be the same? Photographers and videographers, we have our designated area. Behind me as well, behind me as well, I will request that we clear, except for security officers. May I request that the people of Siaya, let us be courteous, as we are known to be, and allow our guests to be seated. Kindly. Just go there. Go there. Go there. Go there. Go there. Thank you. Let us allow our visitors to be seated. I think I don't have to say people stand. I was being a bit gentle with my language. Kindly. And after we've allowed our visitors, kindly let us be seated so that we proceed. I'm just calling Junior. Call Junior. Welcome us. They have lead the Wreath and other people speaking with you.
The speech is home. But the president is speaking.
I would suggest there. Oh, no, saying he'll visit, but speaking, let him speak there.
Cabinet Secretary to come, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, to say a few words and introduce your delegation. But I think the rest of us are going to speak at Opoda.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. We're in the middle of a very serious function. You cannot intrude like that. Security, assist me to clear here. Kindly. Kindly, kindly, sir. Kindly, sir. Kindly. And to clear from this area completely. You cannot stand behind me. Protocol, escort these visitors out of this area. Out of this area. Your Excellency Governor, kindly. May I request?
Thank you. Now I welcome the Prime Cabinet Secretary, Honorable Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi, to say a few words. The weather is a bit threatening.
But first, let me apologize on behalf of our colleagues. We were supposed to be here, but the weather is extremely bad. So flying was a challenge. We had to detour and go Ancha in order to get here. Otherwise, the normal route is completely dark and raining heavily. So we apologize for that delay because of weather. Mine is just to come again to tell the family that we continue to miss and grieve the loss of a statesman, a mentor for many, and somebody whose contribution to the country, the continent, and in other international arena will always be remembered. So in this difficult moment, we wish to reaffirm our solidarity. And on behalf of my colleagues, some may have spoken earlier, we came as a Western Kenya group to come in solidarity, to stand with the family. And we really pray that as his soul rests in eternal peace, that God's grace can visit the entire Raila Odinga and Jaramogi family, so that the blessings of his hand can manifest as we go into the future. Having said that, let me also just say thank you, Your Excellency Nana Addo, for being here. This was your friend, and we are truly honored that you've come all the way from Ghana to be with us and the family here. It's a major sign and show of respect and partnership, not just with the family, but with the people of Kenya. Now, the permission I've been given is that I request Twoli, Amos to come and give a minute each. Then get Oparanya to also come and make some brief remarks. And then we conclude with the speaker, and we'll have ended our remarks. After that, we don't have to really say anything at the homestead in the interest of time. And thank you for the governors, for the leadership, for those who have coordinated the groups and the teams that came from all our counties, Fernandes and Otoma and Deputy Governor of Vihiga, all of you, thank you, asanteni sana for what you have done. Go to Secretary General Atole.
Thank you, Prime CS. Most welcome, President Ado. In your country, that is our headquarters are the Organization of the African Trade Union, the unit of which you have hosted for so many years. Friends, honorable members of parliament, the Speaker of National Assembly, na wale wote ambao wamefika hapa. Mimi nitakuwa kwa ufupi sana, na ninaongea kwa ajili siku kubwa ile sikupata nafasi ya kuongea. Na tangu tumpoteze baba, imekuwa ni vigumu sana kwangu hata nikijaribu kuongea, naona maneno haingii. Sababu yake ikiwa ni ya kwamba all his doctors, yeye ndiye aliintroduce mimi to those doctors. Right away from Dr. Lunya Oluoch, Dr. Musadi of Dubai, and other doctors, including Dr. Martin Wanyoike of Nairobi Hospital. Yeye ndiye aliintroduce mimi. Na niko na kijana yangu hapa, Professor Dukoya Atwoli, atakwambia mwaka jana it was not easy for me and him. Wengi hamjui. Nikikutolea picha zake na mimi mwezi wa March, utashangaa sana, akini encourage mimi kupigwa shindano katika matako ambayo ilikuwa haijafunikwa na kitu chochote. Na nilikuwa nimeogopa. Alikaa na mimi mwezi wa March wote, nyinyi wengi wa Kenya hamkujua tukiwa hospitali moja na yeye. Na alikuwa ananiangalia kama vile mtu anaangalia ndugu yake. Na mtoto wake anaitwa Winnie ndiye alini encourage mimi kwenda through those processes. Mimi nilikuwa nimeogopa. Napeana flimsy excuses, naambia daktari, Labor Day is just around, I have a lot of engagements, I will be going to Geneva in June, so I think I will think about surgery when I have come back. Wina kaniambia, Ango, hii ni kitu ya wiki mbili, you will be all right. And indeed, after 2 weeks I was all right. Baba alimaliza na mimi almost 3 weeks akiniangalia. Ni vigumu sana ukipoteza mtu kama huyu, saa ingine huwezi kuwa na maneno ya kusema. Wengi hata journalists nyinyi hamjui. Wengi wanapenda kuenda na rumors na propaganda za social media, but the truth of the matter is that we as workers, we lost a person who was close to Kenyan workers, African workers, and he had an opportunity to come to Ghana, Accra, to address the workers of Africa before he started vying for that position of Africa. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Amos Wako, please come forward. Thank you, Kotu Secretary General. Amos Wako, please come. But in the meantime, let me also acknowledge we are with the CS, Deborah, CS for Environment. Thank you, Deborah.
Sister Ida, Junior, Rosemary and Winnie, the entire family of Odinga, I'm one of the many millions in Kenya who greatly mourn the passing on of Raila Amolo Odinga, one of the many. And if there were a few who doubted that, the way the country mourned him has never been witnessed in Kenya. We have a lot to say, but I can say this, just 2 points. One, when I was Attorney General of Kenya, I worked very closely with Raila Amolo Odinga. He fought for the Constitution, and when the time for negotiations came, He was on the forefront of those negotiations. And one instance I remember very clearly is that I had made up my mind that the chairman of the constitutional review process should be somebody from outside, not somebody who has stayed in Kenya and who has taken sides, because there were two processes going on, one for the government, another one of Ufangamano. And I had thought of Professor Yash Pal Guy. I knew that myself I could not convince the government to have Professor Yash Pal Guy, who was then in exile, to come and chair the constitutional review process. So I talked to Baba, and Baba also agreed with this idea. And both of us went to the then president, Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi. And because of him, really, Moi was convinced that Yash Pal Guy should be the chairman. I was then detailed to go to the United States of America, where Yash Pal Guy was, to convince him to come. And hence the process began, which led to the new constitution. So we shall be entirely grateful to him. Just one point about the constitution. The constitution would not have passed without the immense contribution of Raila Amolo Odinga. I can tell you that as a fact. And to enable it to pass, he compromised on who should be. Should we have a presidential system or should we have a parliamentary system? He was for parliamentary system. But he gave in on that one, and we now have a presidential system. My prayer is that when the constitutional review process begins, we should revisit this idea of a parliamentary system of government, which I believe can contribute greatly to the two great ills that we have here in our society, corruption and ethnicity. Baba, rest in peace. You made me, you appointed me to many things. We shall meet there. Thank you.
My brother and namesake, Wycliffe Ambedzo Paranya.
The dear family of my friend Raila Amolo Odinga, the former president of the Ghana, my colleagues who are here, ladies and gentlemen, I think there's nothing much I can say. Most of you know that it is Raila who made me my political journey until where I am. From the year 2000, for the last 25 years, we have worked together. More so, I've been his deputy party leader for the last 13 years, when we worked very closely. Apart from being my party leader, he was a dear friend. And that's why he requested me to have a wing in my own house for him to rest when he comes to Western. And indeed I did that, and you know, when he came to Western, he stayed with me in my own home. So I have lost a mentor, a confidant, and I will forever remember him on what he did for me personally and what he has done for this entire country. I can talk a lot about Raila, and I hope one of these days I will have time to write a book on my relationship with Raila. But Baba, I shall miss you. I shall miss your company. I shall miss your advice. Go well.
Thank you. May I call upon the Speaker of the National Assembly, Moses Masika Wetangula, to finish that phase, and then we are done.
Thank you, Your Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo, retired President of Ghana, who we served together as foreign ministers of our respective countries at the same time. Distinguished monarchs, Junior, on behalf of the family, I did speak at Bondo University on the day we rested our dear brother and Baba. We've just come today as a region, as a community, to fulfill cultural and ritual rites of coming to the resting place of our brother, to say pole to the family. Raila Amolo Odinga has left many orphans. We have the primary orphans, the family, and secondary orphans all over the country and the world, who lived with him, who journeyed with him, and who believed in his ideals and direction for this country. We'll always remember Raila Amolo Odinga as a man who made many compromises for the sake of the peace, unity, and security of this country. Very few politicians are capable of doing that. I ran my politics in 2013, 2017, in the same coalition of CORD and NASA respectively, with this energetic and dynamic doyen of Kenyan politics. We come here to say to the family that your loss is our loss. Your loss is our country's loss, and it takes generations to breed and nurture a leader of this stature. In my private life as a practicing lawyer, I was many times consulted not only by the fallen hero, but Mzee Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, when we were in Parliament together. I want on my behalf, on behalf of the National Assembly of Kenya, and indeed the entire Parliament, as the chair of the PSC of Parliament, with all my colleagues who are here, to wish Baba a comfortable stay away from the bustle and hustle of political life, and a peaceful rest in a place where we are all headed. For my colleagues in the political arena, we are always quick to judge, to conclude. The lesson we can learn from this great man is that in politics, there are no permanent friends, there are no permanent enemies. You only have sustainable interests, and above all, patriotism for your country. If we all can take a lesson and embrace this, Kenya will be the richer, Kenya will be the better, and wherever he is in the clouds watching us, I'm sure he's smiling to see that all these good friends of his have come to pay their last respects. I did give to the family the Hansard record of all his immense contributions in Parliament, and I hope that will enrich the mausoleum of our brother. I'm in the process of finishing up my book, and I can assure you that Raila Amolo Odinga will have a full chapter in my book for people to read and appreciate the journey we walk together. Thank you, my brother. Fare thee well.
I think the presence of the President of Ghana has brought us blessings of the rain. I was talking to him about rainy seasons here in Kenya and in Ghana. And this time we have the short rains. But Mr. President, with the utmost humility, I ask you to come and address the congregation. And then, Junior, you will have the last word.